Hello students, now I am going to talk about a string buffer class. In the previous class already we have seen string class. Before going to know string buffer class, let us see the disadvantages of string class. We have to represent sequence of characters by using string class. Already we have string class, then why do we need string buffer class? What is string? String means group of characters or sequence of characters. In string, string class objects are immutable. It is one of the disadvantages of string class. String class objects are immutable. String class objects are immutable. It is one of the drawback of string class. What is immutable? Cannot change and cannot modify, unchangeable. Once we can create a string class for representing specific sequence of characters, the data present inside object cannot change at any time and any situation. If you are able to modify the same string, you have to create one more reference. For example, I am creating one string, here string s equal to new string s equal to new string Java. I am creating one string. In Java, strings are immutable. Once we can create a string, we can't change at any time. For example, I am creating one string. Here string s equal to new string. Here I am passing test in this constructor. If you are, for example, if you are able to modify the same string, one more reference will be created. How many times the user able to modify that given number of times we can create a number of references. So it causes waste of memory. Waste of memory means it requires more memory. Okay, so in Java, strings are immutable. Once we can create a string for a specified sequence of characters, the data present within the string object cannot change at any situation at any time. Okay, so next drawback of the string is, for example, if you are able to modify the same string, one more reference will be created. How many times the number of user is able to modify that given number of times references will be created in heap memory. It causes waste of memory. It requires more memory. In order to avoid these drawbacks of string class, we will go for string buffer class in Java programming. So in order to avoid these wastage of memory and immutable drawback, we will go for string buffer class. We will go for string buffer class in Java. String buffer class. What is a string buffer class and what are the advantages of string buffer class? String buffer is a class. It is a predefined class. Here string buffer class provides the feature of creating and manipulating dynamic string information. Because string buffer class objects are mutable. Mutable means changeable. Once we can create a object of string buffer class for representing specific sequence of characters, the data present inside string buffer object can change. Modified. Mutable means modified, can modify. It is changeable. Okay, every string buffer class is capable of storing number of characters specified by its capacity. It is based on the capacity. Here, if the capacity of the string buffer is exceeded, the capacity is automatically expanded to the additional characters. For example, we have to create an object of string buffer class. we can't pass any test. For example, string buffer sb equal to new string buffer. It is a default constructor. The initial capacity is 16 characters. We have to pass one string at the constructor. It can be added the default initial capacity plus number of characters of the given string. It depends on the capacity. String buffer class is capable of storing number of characters specified by its capacity. Here, next one, string buffer constructors. First one is a default constructor. Here this string buffer is a default constructor. In this the constructor does not accept any arguments. It is the default string buffer constructor. It is the default string buffer constructor to create a string buffer with no characters. With no characters in it, and the initial capacity is 16 characters, and the initial capacity is 16 characters. It is based on the capacity. For example, how to create one string buffer constructor. Here string buffer. Here string buffer. String buffer is a predefined class. S should be the capital, B should be the capital. String buffer SB equal to new string buffer. New string buffer. Whenever object of the class is created, that time constructors are automatically invoked. Here it is a default constructor. Okay, so it is a default string buffer constructor to create the string buffer with no characters in it. Here we can't pass any arguments. But initial capacity is 16 characters. Initial capacity is 16 characters. Next constructor is string buffer string str. Here we have to pass one argument. It is a parameterized constructor. It takes string as an argument and create a string buffer containing the characters of string as argument. In this one, the initial capacity is number of arguments in the string plus 16. By default, the initial capacity of the string buffer is 16. So here we have to pass, for example, in this one I am to pass high as the string. Already here in this one we have to find, for example, sb dot capacity. Sb dot capacity. What is the output of this statement? Here it returns already this string length is 2 plus 16 20. 2 plus 16 20. Okay, so it is a number of arguments of the string plus 16. Okay. Here next constructor is string buffer int size. It takes the integer as an argument and creates a string buffer with no characters in it, and the initial capacity is specified by the integer. Okay, these three are the constructors specified by string buffer class. What is the difference between string and string buffer? String is immutable, string buffer is mutable. Mutable means we can change, we can modify. Once we can create a given string with this specified sequence of characters, the data present inside string buffer object can change. We need not create more references with respect to the one class. Compared to string, every time user is able to modify the given string, one more reference, number of references can be created. Here we need not create number of references. The string buffer class provides three constructors. First is default constructor, second constructor string buffer. Here we have to pass one argument, that is string type. Next one is we have to pass integer argument. Here data type is int. Here it specifies the size. Next one, what are the methods of string buffer class? String buffer class number of methods. Like string class provides number of methods, in string buffer class also provides number of methods. In order to access these methods, first we have to create object of string class. First we have to create object of string buffer class. In order to access string buffer methods, first we have to create object of string buffer class. Coming to the string buffer methods, first method is length. This method returns number of characters in the string buffer. This function returns number of characters in the string buffer. It returns length of the given string. It returns length of the given string. What is the syntax? Here I am creating object of string buffer class. Here string buffer sb equal to new string buffer Java. Here I am passing one test that is Java. By calling constructor to define accept of string class. Here string buffer is the class. With respect to the class we can create object string buffer sb. Here sb is the object name. Here sb is object name. sb is object name. In order to access methods of the string buffer class, we have to create object of the string class. With the help of these object reference, we can accessing sb dot length. Here sb is the reference, length is the method. Coming to the program length. Here class length. Next one main method public static void main string box array. Next one here I am creating object of string buffer class. String buffer sb equal to new string buffer Java. Here string buffer is the predefined class. Anywhere we have to create object of string buffer class. It is the predefined class. String buffer sb equal to new string buffer. I am passing one test Java as the test. Okay, by calling constructor to define accept of string buffer class. Here with the help of object reference I am calling length method. With the help of object reference I am calling length method. sb dot length. sb dot length. Our result can be stored in n variable. It returns the integer. It returns the integer type data type. Here system dot out dot println n. What is the output of these given statement? Here what is the length of Java string? Here Java is our string. What is the length of these given string? These given string 4. It returns 4 as the output. It is the length method. In string class also provides length method. In string buffer class also length method is available. In order to find length of the given string, we need to call length method with the help of object reference. Then we can easily find length of the given string. Coming to the next method. Here next method is capacity. What is the purpose of capacity method? What is the functionality of capacity method? This function returns number of characters that can be stored in string buffer. That can be stored in string buffer without allocating more memory. Without allocating more memory. What is the syntax? sb dot capacity. Here example. It is the example. Here class capacity. Here class name. Next one main method. Here I am creating one string buffer object. Here string buffer sb equal to new string buffer. Next one sb dot capacity. With the help of object reference I am calling capacity method. Here I am created one string buffer class object. It is a default constructor. Constructors are automatically invoked whenever object of the class is created. It is a default constructor. The initial capacity of default constructor is 16 characters. The initial capacity of default constructor is 16 characters. Here no characters in it. We have to we can't pass any arguments. It is a default constructor of string buffer class. Initial capacity of string buffer class is 16 characters. Whenever you have applying capacity method with the help of object reference, what is the output of these program? Here it returns 16 as the output, because here I am created one class, that is the string buffer with the default constructor. Here it is a default constructor of string buffer class. Here no characters in it. The initial capacity of these string buffer class is 16 characters. Here system.out.println n. Our result can be stored in n. It returns the integer type data type. Next one system.out.println n. What is the output of these given statement? 16. It is the functionality of capacity method. This function returns number of characters that can be stored in string buffer. Initially, the default constructor of string buffer class is 16 characters. It returns number of characters that can be stored in string buffer without allocating more memory. Next, I will move to the next method. Next method is ensure capacity. What is the functionality of ensured capacity and what is the difference between capacity and ensured capacity method? Here it is provided to allow the programmer to guarantee that string buffer is a minimum capacity, and where capacity specifies the size of buffer. Here we have to set the capacity by using ensured capacity method. We have to pass one integer type argument. Here syntax sb dot ensured capacity n is the integer type. We have to pass any number of integer value like 10, 12. Okay, so here observe this example. Here class ensured capacity, next one main method, here public static void main string auxiliary, next one string buffer sb equal to new string buffer java. String buffer sb equal to new string buffer java. I'm creating string buffer class object with the help of object creation by calling constructor to accept of string buffer. Here what is our string java? Here what is our string java in this one? Next one system dot out dot println sp dot capacity. In this statement, what is the output we have getting? Here system dot out dot println sp dot capacity. In this statement, what is the output we have getting? Here what is the output we have getting? By default, initial capacity is 16 characters. But in the string buffer class, have passed one test. Here given test is Java. Here given string is Java. Initial capacity of string buffer class is 16. The given string is Java. What is the length of these given string? 4. 16 plus 4 equal to 20. If you compile and run these program in this statement, what is the output we have getting? 20. Because here I have created one string buffer class with a argument. Here I am passing one test, that is Java. What is the length of given string? 4. Here I'm calling system dot out dot println sb dot capacity. Already initial capacity is 16 characters. Initial value of capacity is 16 characters. Here 16 plus 4 equal to 20. Okay, next the programmer to guarantee it, the programmer set the minimum capacity of given string with the help of ensure capacity method. Here sb dot ensure capacity 75. After this statement, system dot out dot println sb dot capacity. Here it returns the 75 has the value. It is the purpose of ensure capacity method. Next, I will move to the another method. What is the another method? Here set length method. What is the purpose of set length method? It increases or decreases the length of string buffer. It increases or decreases the length of string buffer. Okay, here syntax is object reference dot set length method n. N means index. Based on the index, we have to increase or decrease the length of the string buffer by using setLength method. Here it is the example class setLength. Next one main method. Here I have created a object of string buffer class. String buffer sb equal to new string buffer. Here I have passed one test a b c d e f g h I j k l. I have to set length of these given string. What is the length of these given string? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I have to set, by using the set length method, I have to set only 5 characters in it. Based on the given string, I have to set only 5 characters in it. Sb dot set length of 5. Sb dot set length of 5. Here, after applying set length method, what is the output of these program? Only 5 characters can be displayed in the given string. In the given string is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. What is the length of these given string? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The given string length is 12. Using set length method, we have to set based on the index sb dot set length of 5. In the given string only I want to display 5 characters on the given string. After applying set length method, what is the output of this statement? Whenever I am calling system dot out dot println sb, only 5 characters can be displayed. Only 5 characters can be displayed: a, b, c, d, e. Okay, it is the purpose of set length method. Coming to the next method is reverse method. What is the function of reverse method? It reverses the content of string buffer. It reverses the content of string buffer. Already we have to create object of string buffer class. In this one we have to pass one string. Whenever we have to apply the reverse method, it reverses the content of the string buffer. Here syntax is sb dot reverse. Next one, coming to the example, here I have declared one class. Here reverse is the class name. Next one, main method. Next one, here I have created object of string buffer class. Here string buffer sb equal to new string buffer java. String buffer is the predefined class. With respect to the class, we can create object. Here string buffer is the class, sb is the reference variable or object name, new is the operator. Next one, string buffer is the constructor. It is a parameterized constructor. In this we have to pass one string, that is java. Next one, system dot out dot println sb dot reverse. With the help of object reference, I am calling a reverse method. Whenever we have to apply the reverse method, the given string will be print on reverse. In this statement, it will print on already given string is java. Already given string is java. We have to apply the reverse method. After applying reverse method, it will print on reverse a, v, a, j. It will print on reverse. It is the purpose of reverse method. Whenever you have to print reverse of the given string, in that situations you have to apply the reverse method through object reference. In that statement, it will print on reverse of the given string. I hope everyone clear about these method. Next I will move to the next method. Here next method is append method. What is the functionality of append method? Already we have seen concat method in string class. Its functionality is looks like same as concat method in string class. What is the functionality of append method? This function adds string s2 at the end of already existing string. Already we have two string, string 1 and string 2. It adds a string 2 at the end of already existing string 1. Here observe here example class append next main method. Here I have created one object of string buffer class s1 dot append program. Already whenever I am creating a string buffer class, here string buffer s1 equal to new string buffer java. In this one, what is our string java? What is our string java? Here s1 dot append program. Already existing string is java. Already whenever I am creating the object of the string buffer class, our existing string is java. Here I am applying append method through this object reference. Here what is our object reference? s1. Whenever I am applying append method, here s1 dot append, I am appending program. Here what is the output of this statement? System dot out dot println s1. Already given string is java. This program is added at the end of already existing string. What is the output of this given statement? Java program. It adds string s2 at the end of already existing string. That is the functionality of append method. Okay, next I will move with another method. Here set caret method. What is the functionality of caret method? By using setCaret method, it modifies the specified nth character with a new given character. Here string, what is the syntax? sp dot setCaret. Here n is the index. For example, x is the nth character. Suppose here observe here this example. Here I am creating string buffer class object string buffer sb equal to new string buffer Java. Here I am calling object reference. With the help of object reference, I am calling caret method sb dot set caret 2 comma a 2 comma a. Second index position, I want to modify a character. Already what is our given string Java? So here string index starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Second index position, what is the character placed in second index position? V. By using setCaret method, I want to modify a character. For example, after applying setCaret 2 comma a, what is the output of our program? J a uppercase letter a. V is modified with a. This function modifies specified nth character with a new given character. Here our new given character is uppercase a. Based on the specified index, we have to set with a new character. After applying setCaret method, it will print on J A. Okay, so I hope everyone clear about setCaret method. Next, I will move to the another method. The insert method. Next method is insert method. This insert method have two parameters. First parameter is index. Second parameter is string. Insert method. We have to insert for a particular string at a specified location. Then we can choose for insert method. For example, here I am creating one class. Here class insert. Next one main method. Here public static void main. String aux array. Next one, in order to access insert method, first and I want to create object of string buffer class here. Here string buffer. SB equal to new string buffer welcome. Here sp dot insert. I want to insert second index position in high string. After applying insert method, after calling insert method with the help of object reference, it will print on here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, second index position insert on high string. It will print on W E high LCOME. As usually the given after enter string can be displayed on the console. It is the purpose of insert method. This method have two parameters, index and string method. Next one, delete method. Next method is delete method. This method have two parameters, start index and starting index and end index value. For example, in this program already we have created string buffer class, string buffer sp equal to new string buffer welcome. After, with the help of object reference, I am calling delete method, sp dot delete. Here starting index is 2, ending index is 4. 2 comma ending index 2 comma 4 means second index position and third index position can be removed in the given string. 4 means ending index minus 1. Here 4 minus 1 means it is 3. Second index position, third index position can be removed in the given string. Here second index position is L, third index position is C. It after calling delete method, it will print on W E. LC can be removed, second index position and third index position. W E O M E. It will print on W E O M E. These all are the methods of string buffer class. These all are the methods of string buffer class. Okay. So finally, what is the difference between string and string buffer? String means string class objects are immutable. String class objects are immutable. Immutable means cannot modify, cannot change. String buffer objects are mutable. Mutable means can modify. Once we can create object of string class for representing specific sequence of characters, the data present within the string object cannot change at any situation and at any condition, because the string class objects are immutable. If you are able to modify the same string, one more reference can be created in the heap memory. How many times the user is able to modify the content of the given string, that number of times references will be created in the heap memory. It causes waste of the memory. In order to avoid that problem, we will go for string buffer class. String buffer class objects are mutable. Mutable means can modify. We have to access content of the given string. Once we can create object of the string buffer class for representing specific sequence of characters, the data present within the string buffer object can change at any time without creating new references. That is string buffer class. These all are the methods of string buffer class. In order to access these methods, we have to create object of string buffer class. Okay, thank you.